I think politics in Malaysia is facing a period of change. This is a bit like the period where in 1988, Gorbachev came to power in Russia, and by 1993, is it 1993 or 1991, the Berlin Wall fell. So this is that 3 to 5 year period of a complete change in Malaysian political landscape. And during this 3 to 5 year period, it will feel like a very long time for a lot of Malaysians, because they are right in it. Okay, but in actual fact, it's only 1 year. So when you look back in history, in 30, 50 years time, you'll see that this is a very short period of time, 3 years, 5 years. There's some form of turmoil, but hopefully this is a process of change that will make Malaysia a much, much better country. So 1 year is a very short period of time. We have seen a lot within a year. A lot can change within a year. News don't stop on a daily basis, and you don't get a single day to rest. But I think for me, a lot has been achieved. They are not necessarily visibly tangible at this point in time, but what you are seeing today is what you will never see, say 20 years ago. Okay, what's happening, for example, just at 1 year anniversary, what's happening in Perak, for example, is a perfect example of something you will never see happening 10 years ago. And it's not necessarily a bad thing, because it shows that country is maturing, the country is seeing, we are getting rid of the old cultures and practices, and to do so, there will be elements of conflict. You will see conflict with the judicial institutions, you will see conflict with the civil service institutions, you see conflict with governments, and so on. So these conflicts are part and parcel of the process of change, because you don't expect to change these institutions overnight. So there will be resistance to change, and whenever there's resistance to change and change is imposed on them, you will find conflict. So I see this from a historical perspective, I see it from a political science perspective as a necessary process of maturation, of growing into a political adult. So I'm happy for Malaysia that we are going through this period in a what do you call it, in a long-term sort of way. I can also understand that everybody is upset, concerned that why is it that after 308 everyone can settle down to decent what do you call it, polite politics and so on. But that's not going to happen after 50 years of domineering control. It also shows for the past 50 years how much the Barisan National Government have infiltrated into the psyche of all our institutions, from judiciary to civil service to government agencies and so on. So it is a complete process. To overhaul the process is not just a case of electing more representatives into state assembly or parliament and you find an instant change. It doesn't work like that. It's a struggle, and for me, it has been a very, very exciting year. There has been some tangible achievements. There have been a lot more in the progress, but overall I think the country is moving in the right direction.
So what do you have planned for next 1 year?
I think for the next 1 year, I hope to play a bigger role in influencing some of the national policies. I know that I'm just an opposition member of parliament, but I think as an opposition member of parliament in today's climate, you get a degree of leverage, a degree of influence over some of these policies. Of course, it will not be direct within the cabinet, but you can exert pressures externally. You get heard more as a member of parliament. You can inform your constituents better about what's happening in government, so that they will take the necessary action to influence government. And I think Barisan National is facing competition for the first time. They are also going through a learning process where they have to deal with a similar two-party system, and they are learning to adapt that there are some demands that must be heard. You cannot ignore every single demand from opposition parliamentarians or from the people. So we do hope to get some of these critical demands heard and actually implemented. If not 100%, then hopefully 50% of it. So those are the things that we're looking at. We are looking at, for example, the toll issue that's coming to a head. I think the fact that the BN government did a 24-hour U-turn over the toll price hike shows that it's something that has never been done before. It shows that suddenly they feel that what the people feel are important, despite the fact that they should have felt it before they implemented the toll increase. They still did a 24-hour U-turn, so credit to them. They actually said they heard. But it doesn't solve the problem in the long run, and we will try and put in constructive proposals, policies that government can use to resolve the problem in the meantime. I think Perak is a clear case whereby in the attempt to grab power, it demonstrates how willing the Barisan Nasional was in destroying the institutions that so-called protect the integrity of Malaysians. They have destroyed the institution of judiciary. They have destroyed a newly minted, for example, Malaysian Agency for Anti-Corruption, Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission, the newly minted Malaysian Anti-Corruption Agency, that was Corruption Commission, that was launched with much fanfare, with so much promise that it's much better than the previous agency or ACA because it's independent, it's no longer part of the PM office and so on. But what we have seen today is just a complete degradation of this institution. We have seen the police taking orders from the state secretary instead of the speaker of the state assembly. It's just a complete mockery of the laws of the land. And I think it's good that it's happening now, because in a sort of hindsight type of way, because then the people can really see for themselves. This is the extent to which Barisan Nasional will fight to keep power, and I think it is a message to tell people that the next round, we make sure they lose in a convincing way, or they will hold on to their powers with the most ruthless and most abusive type of manner. To be frank, I'm extremely proud of my colleagues in Perak. Their persistence, their perseverance, they're putting themselves in a lot of pressure and real danger. You never know what will actually happen in Perak. Rumors are circulating now that ISA is being prepared for use in Perak. The people are being targeted, and I have my utmost respect for my colleagues there, for the sacrifices that they are doing. People don't see it, but they are putting in themselves in real danger of being thrown into ISA or worse. So I salute their courage, and I think their courage will actually inspire the nation to let them know that we have an alternative government that has a huge amount of integrity, that will not wilt under pressure, and they will not fall to all the Barisan Nasional type dirty tactics. I mean, they've bought 1, 2, maybe 3 of our assemblymen, but as you can see, the vast majority of our assemblymen are there, they are upright, and they have refused to budge despite millions being thrown at them. So I think it's amazing. I think we stand a decent chance, but we should never underestimate the machinery of Barisan Nasional. You can see how ruthless and fast it works in the toppling of the Perak government, and they will use everything within their means to try and retain or take over those seats that are currently under contest. So in my opinion, the people are with us, but we should never underestimate it, what they can do to ensure the results go their way.